Talking to people about death and dying, it can bring up a lot of emotions. So my top tip would, first of all, to be kind to yourself and maybe just feel your way into the conversation. But it's also about being a little bit brave and using the words around death and dying. And I think most people will have had those thoughts themselves already, but maybe not have had a chance to discuss them with a family. So actually, it might be a relief to be able to talk about it.
I think speaking about death and dying, we're very British about it. And I know the first time that my parents tried to talk to me about their wishes, I sort of shied away. It took me a while to come round. So my advice would be, don't be put off if somebody's initial reaction isn't warm and welcoming. Test the water and then perhaps revisit it at another time.
My top tip for talking to children about dying would be to be as honest and open as possible, to use key phrases like dead, death and dying so that children don't misunderstand what's happening.
I think I would be a bit more of a, it just comes out. I sometimes think that I don't actually know I'm doing it, and just not feel threatened by it. It's something that we should be able to talk about day in, day out. On a personal note, my family has had to deal with quite a lot of death, and so my young children, I've got a 6 and a 12-year-old, are very aware of how death happens, what happens after they've died, and it is a very open subject.
For talking with family or friends, remember that you're not talking at people, you're not talking to people, you're talking with people. It's a normal conversation, not necessarily a normal subject, but you try and have a normal conversation. Don't tell them about how you understand, because all these things happen to you, and offloading all your woes. They really don't want to hear that. But if you just listen to people and you just arrange to have time with people, most people would really appreciate that. And the other thing, use your mobile phone. Lots of people say after the funeral, people stop contacting me. Well, we can text, we can video call, you can go into your calendar, put in dates in your calendar of when you're going to make contact with your friend. What people appreciate is not being ignored. They appreciate being contacted.